Donald Trump and his lawyers got smacked down by Judge Juan Merchan once again, even though, for all practical purposes, the case ended months ago. But for some reason, Donald Trump's lawyers were still trying to get Judge Merchan recused from the case, even though we already have a jury verdict, right? Donald Trump was found guilty on all 34 counts in the hush money trial that Merchan oversaw. And still, Trump's lawyers are filing motions saying, we got to get this judge out of here on a case that is, again, over. Now, technically it's over, but it's also kind of not, because granted, there is a hearing coming up, I believe, September 6th, or somewhere around there, where Merchan is going to hear arguments from Trump's lawyers that the case needs to be thrown out due to the fact that the Supreme Court said he could have immunity for official acts. So they're going to have to argue that it was an official act. And then September 18th is, of course, the sentencing. So Merchan will oversee those two. And I guess Trump's lawyers decided one more time, like, let's give it another go to see if we can get him kicked off. But Merchan, as I said, slapped down this request mostly because all of the requests they made had already been decided by previous courts, including the appellate court system, where they said, no, Merchan has no reason to recuse himself. They had tried to argue that because Merchan's daughter worked for the group that, Kamala Harris was one of their clients, obviously there's a conflict of interest now that Harris is the nominee. And Merchan said, nope. And what's funny is that his ruling is actually pretty funny. I don't think he intended for it to be funny, but it's actually pretty hilarious. Because at first he points out that, one, he was given the okay over a year ago by an advisory panel on judicial ethics to take the hush money case. So before he even got it, he went to the ethics panel. He said, listen, my daughter works here. Is this a conflict? If it is, I won't take it. We'll give it to somebody else. The ethics panel looked at the evidence and said, nope, you're good to go. So right there, all of these complaints are out the window because it had already been decided upon by the ethics panel. But then Merchan said that you guys missed the filing deadline for post-trial motions by 48 days. So you're over a month and a half late from when you were even allowed to file this. So I technically shouldn't even read this because you're 48 days late, but I'm going to do it because I'm going to be a nice guy. And then in the argument, in the actual ruling, I guess, he said, quote, defendant has provided nothing new for this court to consider. Counsel has merely repeated arguments that have already been denied by this and higher courts. Defense counsel's reliance and apparent citation to his own prior affirmation, rife with inaccuracies and unsubstantiated claims, is unavailing. As such, defendant's motion is, again, denied. So the judge basically said, listen, you've made all of these arguments before. I've smacked down these arguments. The appellate courts have smacked down these arguments. You're filled with inaccuracies, falsehoods, and just random conspiracy theories. So once again, no, we're not going to do this. I'll see you in court in early September. So Trump's lawyers tried once again to get Merchan off the case, and as per usual, they failed spectacularly. America's Lawyer has launched its own YouTube channel. Now, this channel, of course, is still in its early phases of development, but you can help grow it by subscribing. Just go to youtube.com/TheAmericasLawyer, and you'll get all of the great content from Mike Papantonio and myself that we produce every single week.